Guys, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Longhorns. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out fast. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the foot.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear. They'll try the right side. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Gonna run it. It's Hill. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. There's the pressure. whistle down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic, but I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Lewis wants to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Glenn. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Sending the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll try the run. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into...
Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Longhorns are flying down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to...
The ball pops out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Gets it away off his back foot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, this defense was ready for go-bumps. Against this receiver at his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
From the gun, the ground game. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. On the move at the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Gain of 24. And that's a first down for the offense.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. He's got an open man. Trying to get it in. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Dogs will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 4 over Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points.
The ball squirts free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
2 straight drives ending in fumbles now for this offense. Guys just have to start hanging on to the football. There's nothing schematic that has to change. They've just got to get back to fundamentals, 5 points of pressure, and prioritize holding on to the ball.
Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Carr. Under fire. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Complete in the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
Texas.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They'll run play action. Got a man. It's Glenn. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Simon. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Throws for the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, It's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
He's going to take off. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Bulldogs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Cincinnati has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Nippert Stadium. They're up by 7 over Coastal Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Glenn.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Simon. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
They'll try to pop the draw, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Breaks the tackle. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Running into the open space. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. And the Longhorns back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Oh, maybe a double pass. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Bunch formation for these receivers. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lewis to throw. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Uncorks one to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Right down the boulevard. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. The ball bounces bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Lewis wants to pass. Got his man. Still on his feet. He got loose. Almost housed it. Finally dragged down at the 32. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Ready? Check, check. Blue 82, Monster Indy. 82.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Charlotte fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. They're trailing by 10 to UCLA. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. They'll try to get outside. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Find some fresh air. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires to the tight end. And he'll be brought down.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sight. It's a nice job by the D.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Back to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The number 1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31.
Check. Black 20 up. Ready. Set.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
Black nut. White 53. White 53.
Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The inside handoff. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch, because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Let's send the tight end in motion. Lewis to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. The give from the gun. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And I think it's go time now at this point of the game if you're on offense, because you need a touchdown. You have this golden opportunity down close to the goal line. Who is a playmaker you can identify offensively that you know can win one-on-one to get you the score?
A 4th quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. A delay of game penalty is the last thing you want when you're in this part of the field. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Running back searching for a hole. I'm not sure he made it out of the end zone, and it is a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Oh, better look out!
And your Texas Longhorns will take over. 1st and 10.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, if you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Lewis wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Trying play action. Using the quick game. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. Lewis to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Four wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Glenn. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Off play action. He's got it. 1st down and more. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not only does he there he goes to the right. The 20. Touchdown, Dogs! How about this defense taking one back to the house? With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver getting open and making the catch, but now you got to secure the football. You know there's going to be guys coming trying to rip it free. They did it. They scooped it. They scored. He's going to learn from.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
The Longhorns didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. We might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Northwestern is just getting blown off the field right now, and it may continue to get worse before it gets better. If it gets better. What a shocker today in Evanston. They're trailing by 27 to Alabama. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off-play action on first down. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Finds a little space. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Buys a little time with his feet. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season, winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition. So that's what's fun about today. Like, proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.